Join me as I dive into the deep end of politics to figure out if a political tsunami is really coming for us. A political tsunami is exactly what it sounds like. A massive wave of change that could reshape the very fabric of our political landscape. It's a phenomenon that could catch us all off guard, upending the status quo and leaving us scrambling to keep up. The question is, are we on the cusp of just such a tsunami? And if so, what does it mean for the average citizen? The current political landscape is a complex and challenging one, full of division and discord. Rising polarization has pitted people against each other, often along partisan lines, and social movements have sprung up to challenge the existing power structures. Meanwhile, upcoming elections loom on the horizon, promising to shake things up even further. The stakes are high, and the future is uncertain. We're seeing all sorts of warning signs that things are about to get even more tumultuous. Populist movements are gaining steam, calling for radical change and railing against the establishment. Long-simmering tensions between different demographics are boiling over into confrontation. And in the midst of it all, traditional institutions are struggling to keep up. The system is creaking under the pressure, and it's clear that some kind of reckoning is on the way. The question is, what will it look like, and who will be most affected? Will it be a gradual shift, or a sudden explosive change? And what can we do to prepare ourselves for the uncertainty that lies ahead? In recent years, we've seen all sorts of examples of political movements and changes that could be indicative of a tsunami. Take, for instance, the recent protests that swept across the globe, calling for radical action on climate change. Or look at the rise of national sentiment in certain countries, often accompanied by a backlash against immigration and multiculturalism. These are just a few examples, but they demonstrate the kind of seismic shifts that are taking place beneath the surface of our political systems. Different demographics are likely to be affected in different ways by these changes. Young people, for instance, are often at the forefront of social movements, calling for radical change and pushing the boundaries of what's considered acceptable. Meanwhile, older generations may be more resistant to change and may even feel threatened by the shifting political landscape. We're already seeing the effects of these changes in real time, as different groups vie for power and influence. It's a complex, multifaceted landscape, and one that's constantly evolving. But what's clear is that the old certainties are crumbling, and a new era of politics is emerging. One critical event that represents a turning point in the political landscape is the recent shift towards more extreme forms of political ideology. This can be seen in the rise of far-right nationalism or in the increasingly radical stances being taken by some on the far left. Whatever your political persuasion, it's clear that the center is not holding and that the old rules of politics no longer apply. This trend has significant implications for us all, as it threatens to upend the delicate balance of power and plunge our societies into chaos. It's a trend that's being driven by a range of factors, from economic insecurity to social media echo chambers. But whatever the cause, the effect is clear. Our political systems are becoming increasingly volatile, and the stakes are higher than ever. In recent months, we've seen all sorts of signs that this trend is accelerating. The rhetoric is getting more heated, the protests more intense, and the divisions more entrenched. It's clear that we're on the cusp of something big, something that could reshape the very fabric of our societies. So what can we do to prepare ourselves for the political tsunami that may be coming our way? The first step is to understand the changes that are taking place and to realize that they're not just about politics. They're about power, identity, and the very future of our societies. Recapping the main points, it's clear that a political tsunami could be coming our way. driven by rising polarization social movements and a rapidly shifting political landscape. The stakes are high, and the implications are huge. So what do you think? Are we on the cusp of a political tsunami? And if so, what does it mean for us? Thanks for watching, and be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to explore more of the political trends shaping our world, be sure to check out our video on the rise of populist movements.